Hi all and welcome to episode 47 of Plain Speaking Sanjiv. Today I'm going to talk about 5 characteristics that separate the best from the rest. By the best I mean the best individual contributors, the best staff, best workers, best supervisors, managers, even the best CEOs. Basically people who you would love to have on a team and the kind of people who create the best teams. The 5 qualities are passion, integrity, trust, respect, and brain power. Let me just talk a little bit about each of these 5. By passion, I simply mean somebody who looks forward to coming to work every day. Somebody who is lucky that he gets paid for doing something that he really enjoys doing. If you find somebody who can make his job the same as his passion, or who can find a job in a line which is aligned to his passion, I think you'll have some of the happiest employees, some of the most productive employees. So passion goes without saying. By integrity, I basically mean don't lie, don't cover up, don't mislead, and don't look the other way when you see others lying, covering up, or misleading. Don't tell half the story, and don't be shy or scared to point out instances if others are not showing integrity. Integrity means, again, honesty and the ability for people to come and confide in you, and the trust management has that you will do the right thing. Trust. Trust means not having to second guess everything that somebody reporting to you or somebody in the organization does. Trust can be everything from analysis that is done. Do you need to go into every calculation and cell to make sure it's correct? Some spot checks would be useful, of course. If there's an expense report, do you need to go into every cell and say, how come it's 16 kilometers, it's meant to be 14 kilometers driving distance, and then you need to go and explain, I took a different route or whatever. It's the kind of micromanaging. It's not the detail orientation. Details are good, but it's a micromanaging, looking over the shoulder because of lack of trust that really demotivates employees. And employees who themselves do not trust or are not trusted can never perform to the full potential. Fourth is respect. By respect, I mean not just the standard respect, which is the courtesy and respect you give to seniors, to experienced people, to your colleagues, speaking politely, not raising a voice, not being abusive, etc. It's also the respect you show through other actions. Now, for example, if you run an Indian or a Chinese company in the US, so suppose there's an Indian or Chinese run company in the US, which has a mix of Indian or Chinese senior management and American senior management. But the Indian or Chinese management always have the meals together without including the Americans. That doesn't show very high respect, or in fact, it doesn't even show very high trust. So it needs to go beyond words. It needs to go beyond what you do at your desk. It needs to go into how you conduct yourselves in other aspects which are visible. Similarly, if you have a Japanese or Korean company in India with the Japanese or Korean senior management, and they tend to just stick to themselves, the Indian staff will not like it. So respect has to go not just in words, not just in good manners and giving courtesy to seniors, but also in these other actions which send strong signals out to the organization. And finally, of course, what I refer to as brain power, it doesn't have to mean that you're the topper in your class. By brain power, I simply mean that the ability to use your brains to do your job to the best of your ability and to the requirements of the job. If you're a pilot, it requires a certain set of skills, engineer, certain set of skills, cabin crew, finance professional, HR professional, revenue management. They all require different kinds of brain power, but you must have at least the brain power that is required, the ability to independently think that is required to do your job right. Now, all 5 qualities are equally important. You cannot have 4 and not the 5th and expect to be as successful as you would otherwise be. You can be the brainiest person in the company or in your class, but if you don't have passion or integrity or trust or respect, then you're not going to reach your full potential. Similarly, you can be the most passionate person, but if you don't have integrity, I don't think that's going to really help very much. So all 5 are equally important. And in these very troubled times when, with social media, etc., when people attack each other and, question everything, you must remember that even there, respect, trust, integrity, telling the full picture, not concealing, not covering up, not protecting those who cover up actually helps a lot and makes a lot of difference. So hope this is useful. See you again tomorrow. Take care.